Hello everybody, I am Tina Rayner with Rise to Shine Coaching at tinarayner.com, and welcome to my We Rise to Shine YouTube channel. This channel helps you rise in love with you first so that you don't fall when loving others, because falling hurts. So today's video is entitled The Human Soul. Now, and this is only an introduction, by the way, what does this video have to do with rising in love with you first? Well, I'm glad you asked. All the work that I've been doing on this We Rise to Shine YouTube channel has been recently focused on turning self-rejection into self-reflection, of turning the misery of self-mystery into the mastery, the power of self-mastery. And this is because when we listen to societal messaging, it asks us to ignore the self. It asks us to participate in self-rejection. And self-rejection is the opposite of loving the self. And my purpose and passion on the planet for this channel, and the reason why I do these videos, is because it is my calling to expand in my own way a global love revolution. But that global love revolution cannot happen out there if people are self-rejecting here. For the foundation of all relationships that you have with others out there is the relationship that you have with yourself here. And so the problem with that is that people participate in self-rejection. They are, as I've talked about in other videos, they are feeling lonely when they are alone. Loneliness is a form of self-rejection. They are feeling even phobias of being alone. Again, self-rejection. And then when we look at the physical body, or the mental body, or the emotional body, or the spiritual body, which I've been talking about recently in my self-mastery series here on my We Rise to Shine channel, when we look at those areas and we look at the societal messaging that is out there, it has us ignore the physical body, ignore the wisdom of the physical body, ignore the symptoms of the physical body. Take this so that you can eat more of that which caused you to feel pain in the physical body. That's self-rejection. When you have some sort of emotion that you don't like, take this so you can ignore the emotion. That's self-rejection. And society, of course, doesn't recognize the soul or the spiritual body, and doesn't recognize the power that the thoughts have on your health. And so the messaging out there is self-rejection. And why? If you self-reject here, and you don't love the self here, and you self-reject here, and you don't know your true power, because knowing the self intimately has you know who you are, and helps you know your true power. And if you have a society of people who self-reject and don't know their true power, then you have a society that gives away their power. And if you have a society that gives away their power, you have a society that is easily controlled and manipulated. And that makes money for those who easily control and manipulate you. And if there's one thing that is happening in this world right now, it is a return to taking back your power here. The name of my company is Rise to Shine Coaching. And that is what I'm all about, is teaching people through my coaching and through my speaking and through my writing and through my bad YouTube videos with zero production skills. It is through that process. All of that hard work is to assist people to take back their power. And they can only do that by ignoring the messaging that is out there and listening here, of turning the misery of self-mystery into the power of self-mastery. So the soul, when we ignore that, then that is powerless. 18,100 people per month Google, what is the soul? That's a lot of people. And so today I want to answer that question and give you a little bit of an introduction for why you want to answer that question and why it matters that you know. So from an article entitled Who or What is the Soul from Yeshua.net, the speaker is Yeshua, quote, "The emotions you feel which may have turned into physical complaints are messages from your soul that you are not truly honoring yourself." End quote. And what I'd like to add is that if you are not feeling good in any way, either physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, then in some way you have not truly honored one of those bodies. And because of their interdependence, which I've talked about in my self-mastery series, because of their interdependence, then when you ignore one of them, you ignore all of them. And that is not truly honoring yourself. And who are you truly? The true you is that you are a soul having a human experience as you. You are not a physical body alone. You are not your thoughts. You're not your car. You're not your Gucci this or that. None of those things are you. You are a soul. And as a soul, you are source creator, having a human experience as you. That is who you are. That is the power, your true power of who you are. And so, when Yeshua says that the emotions you feel which may have turned into physical complaints because you've been ignoring, the interdependence of your body, I talked about in my self-mastery series, in my video entitled How to Master the Physical Body, I talked about the interdependence of the four bodies. And if you ignore them because they are interdependent, if you have an emotional blockage, that will manifest into a physical sickness. And so honoring yourself ultimately means honoring who you are as a soul, having a human experience. Who's the soul? Who or what is the soul? It is the light of who you are. When we are in alignment with the light of our soul, when we are living our true power on purpose and living in alignment with the light of our soul, we are connected to joy, to love, to inspiration, enthusiasm, passion, creativity. And when we are not aware of who we truly are as a soul, having a human experience, when we think we are our Gucci bag or our whatever job position or whatever else that's not important, then we are connected to the opposite of who we are. We are connected to small, limited, tiny, human, temporary version. And that then has us spiral down into emotions that don't feel good, complaints in the physical body that do not feel good, and so on and so forth, thoughts that don't feel good. So, the light of your soul, the soul is your light. And that's why the name of my company is called Rise to Shine. Rise to Shine means connect to the power of who you truly are and shine the light of your soul. And how do you do that? How do you connect to that power of who you truly are? Ignore the messaging here to self-reject and start listening. Your soul guides you through your emotions. And so, when you have emotions that are positive, then you are living in alignment with the light of your soul. And when you are having emotions that are negative, then take the light of your soul, shine it onto those emotions, and do some heart work to transmute those emotions into the light of your soul again. And how do you do this process? I've talked about this in other videos. I'll review it quickly right now. On a piece of paper, draw 3 columns. In the far left column, you put an emotion. For example, I'm feeling sad. And you then have in the middle column, you want to do the heart work. Understand that emotions, because people are afraid to have negative emotions, they're afraid to look at those negative emotions. They call them their demons, their inner demons. They're afraid to look at them because they feel like if they go into the dark of those emotions, they will never get out. And the dark emotions are also guiding you, just as the light emotions are guiding you. They are here to serve you, to be transmuted from from the dark into light. Because all dark emotions, at the foundation of dark emotions is fear. And at the foundation of all really so-called good emotions is love. So your job on this planet is to live in alignment with love. Your soul is love, because Source Creator is love. And so when you're feeling all of those awesome, amazing emotions, you are living your power and purpose. You are living your soul. You are shining the light of your soul fully as a full expression of you. You are the fullest expression of Source Creator. And when you are believing you are small and insignificant and just a human wearing your Gucci this or whatever, and that is who you are, and you have to keep up with the Joneses and all the smallness of that, etc., etc. Or when you don't have those things and you think that you should have those things and you're spiraling down because you don't have them, etc. That's the small you, and that causes you to feel those negative emotions, and so on and so on, and worse it goes, and you're causing pain here and you're causing pain there, and then you experience negative emotions. So we come to the middle column. We know that all negative emotions are based on the foundation of fear. So in that middle column, you want to do the work. You want to transmute that negative emotion into light. How do you do that? In the middle column, ask yourself, what is my deepest fear? But you have to go deep to do that. So you start with, I'm feeling sad. For what? What reason? Well, and then you gotta, what have I been thinking? Has it been a recent thought, or does it go to a belief system? And what is that belief system? Maybe you start with, I'm feeling sad. Oh, I'm feeling sad because I haven't gotten a job yet. Is that your deepest fear? No. Keep on going. I'm feeling sad because I haven't gotten a job yet. Well, what's deeper than that? I'm feeling sad because nobody wants to give me a job. What's deeper than that? I'm feeling sad because nobody wants to give me a job because they don't think I have value. I'm feeling sad because I don't have value in this world. So, is that your deepest fear? You go from I'm feeling sad because I haven't found a job to I don't have value in this world. Is that your deepest fear? Maybe. And you will know because of how that makes you feel inside, that I don't have value in this world. So, how do you transmute that? How do you transmute that deep fear? Because a human says, I don't have value because I don't have a job right now. But you are a soul having a human experience. Your value does not come from having a job. Your value comes because you exist. That's it. Your value is that you exist. And who would deny the value of Source Creator existing? That's who you are. Who would say, Source Creator, you have to have a job before you have value. You have to have some Gucci purse before you have value, Source Creator. Who would say, oh, that's not the right car, Source Creator. You don't have value. Oh, who would say that stuff? No one. No one would say that. It is no different with you and me. For we are Source Creator, a soul having a human experience. So, stop listening to that messaging that's out there and transmute that messaging that has you believe you don't have value because you don't have a job right now. That's just not true. And so your transmuting of that process in the middle column, transmuting that, like, that is ridiculous that I have that belief, right? Transmute that my value comes because I exist. Pure and simple. And so from this moment on, you say to yourself, I can stop feeling sad because I don't have a job. And instead, I can look at this as a blank canvas in my life. And I am on an adventure to find something that connects to me expressing the light of my soul fully and being creative and passionate, enthusiastic, inspired every day in expression of that which I will do to earn income in this world. Connecting to that and transmuting that so that you can then go back into living in alignment with who you truly are, your power on purpose as a soul having a human experience. In the last column is how you want to feel, and that's creative, joyful, inspired, passionate, enthusiastic, however you want to feel is in the third column. But you have to do the heart work in the middle to transmute that. Do not be afraid, for fear is the opposite of love. Do not be afraid. Take the light and love of the soul, shine it onto those dark demons, as people, inner demons, that those dark emotions, those things. Do not be afraid to do that, because when you stay in fear, you are not living the light of your soul. And when the society wants you to stay in fear because you are easily controlled and manipulated. And that makes money for them out there. That is great business. Take back your true power. From Yeshua.net, speaker is Yeshua. The title of the article is Who or What is the Soul? Quote, there is a deep existential crisis in the world that eats at the hearts of almost all individuals. So there is need for soul as a source of meaning in daily life. Skipping ahead, it is a sign of courage to explicitly search for the soul in today's world. Skipping ahead, to discover what is alive within you at the deepest level, especially if it differs from the existing standards and social ideas. End quote. I know I am defying societal messaging. I know I'm telling you to stop self-rejection and turn it into self-reflection, to stop the self-misery of self-mystery and turn it into the power of self-mastery. I know I'm asking you to do that. But when you do that, you will stop allowing them to take away your true power. You will take your power back here. And you will take your power back by going through and mastering who you truly are and knowing your power on purpose. And part of that, and the most crucial part of that, not just tuning into the physical body and the emotions and your thoughts, but the most crucial part of all of that is tuning in to the emotional body and listening to those, because that's the guidance from your soul, so that you can then tune into the true power of who you are as a soul living your power on purpose. Rise to shine the light of your soul. That is the power of self-mastery. So I invite you to take a look at my self-mastery series here on We Rise to Shine, my YouTube channel. And if this video has been helpful for you, then like it, comment, share it with your loved ones globally, and subscribe to the channel. It would really help me, and it would help support my heart work, H-E-A-R-T, heart work on this planet. And reach out to me if you have questions, if you would like to pursue coaching with me. That is available so that you can then be assisted in living your true power on purpose in this world. Take a look at my We Rise to Shine YouTube channel. Find me on tinarayner.com. You can stalk me many places. Thank you everybody for your time today. And I really hope that you start connecting to not just what is the soul, but what is the soul within me, and connecting to your true power on purpose. Thank you, everybody. Rise to shine as the true soul and love that you are. Bye-bye.